No, sir.
All right, let me just mess with the webcam. You see any crackheads today?
Just shut up.
Hey guys, welcome back. Friendly Consumption. Very excited we have a guest today. I'm gonna have her introduce herself. Here we go. Tell us a little bit about yourself. So tell us about like your name, where you're from, and I'll give you more questions like from there.
Name is Maudie. Born and raised San Antonio, Texas. Always been here. You disgusted by
Oh,
the
I tried a new flavor.
I don't think it's showing up.
Favorite swirl. It's not good at all.
What it tastes like?
I
Orange?
Yeah, it tastes like orange, but there's like an aftertaste of metallic y, I feel. Like like you taste some energy drinks and there's like a aftertaste after.
Yeah, okay.
For me, sometimes it's like metallic y and that's what it tastes like. So
It's like you're eating the can. I don't think you're drinking that, right?
I'm gonna drink it because I need this energy for the gyms. You were born and raised here in San Antonio?
Oh, a whole life. Nothing interesting or than like that. San Antonio, Texas.
Okay. You have any siblings?
Yeah.
Or yeah.
Yeah, I'm the middle child, so I have an older sister and a younger brother.
Okay, okay. How was that growing up for you as a middle? Because I can't relate. I'm one of the oldest. There's four of us, so it was like my brother, me, my younger sister, and then I have a younger brother. So
Yeah.
I'm like, yes, I'm like middle, but I'm not really middle.
Yeah, no, I think it like older middle is different than like just being a true middle child.
Yeah.
It was pretty interesting. I mean, we all got compared to each other. Well, like I did. So like Eddie's really smart, and then Joe's like really smart, but she wasn't as athletic. So like I was the athletic one. I was the one that would get in trouble in school, that have issues, or they'd get reports about me. They never really had to worry about the other two.
Okay.
So, yeah, I guess I could say, like, the middle child always wants to stand out. I guess I was the bad one. Well, the other two were like the goody two shoes, is what I call them.
And you felt like that's how you.
Not how like I stood out, but I guess one of the ways I did.
Interesting. Okay, so tell us a little bit about like what you do for your job.
So right now I work at Academy. I'm a team lead. I'm over the receiving. So anything that's to do with trucks, unloading, putting stuff out on the floors. That's what I do.
So retail.
Yeah.
Retail. But that's tough. I'm in retail too, and I bet you have some crazy, crazy stories. Like I have a story, and it was back when I worked in business center. I hate this man. He didn't have his boss's writing on his check, so I couldn't cash it in. It's policy. Like if you don't have your company or your boss's signature, I can't cash it in.
Yeah, it's
So
fraud. But,
yeah, exactly. So I told him, I said, I'm sorry, like your boss didn't sign off on it. Like you have to go and get it. And he like threw a fit and called me the B word and like just left. Which I'm glad he like just left. As a like 18-year-old, that kind of traumatized me because you're a grown man and you're like calling me this name for what purpose? But yeah, they don't care.
he wanted his money right then.
Yeah.
You were preventing him from.
Oh, dude, I know. So tell me, you probably have to deal with a lot of stuff, right? Like in terms of like theft, in terms of, I don't know, like workers, in terms of attitudes, like.
I got some crazy stories for sure. I've seen an employee try to fight a customer.
No.
Yeah, no, 100%. 100%. Yeah. People know this story. They witnessed it. It was on the cameras. I'm not lying.
Wow.
Literally picked up something to throw at a customer. I smacked it out of her hand. It was a girl trying to fight a grown man.
She get terminated?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah.
They didn't do anything to you because you smacked your hand?
No, I literally had to carry her to the bed. And I had my manager grab the other side.
Carry her like on your shoulder?
Like I picked her up, like I got under her armpit and I just picked her up and like so her legs were like little flippers.
Okay, interesting.
And I said, nope, let's go.
Okay.
The cops came. It was a whole thing.
Okay.
So yeah.
Wow.
No, yeah. Deal with a lot. I've seen someone get chased around the store and almost get stabbed with scissors. And then they took it out to the parking lot. She was trying to run over him in the street with her car in front of everyone, stopping traffic. She jumped a curb.
You're not in a good area for you. There's no way. There's no way she's in a good, like, retail's like retail, but this is a whole different ballgame. Since it does seem like you're in a somewhat pretty upsetting area, what is the craziest story in terms of theft? And I'm not talking about theft with like customers, because you know what they say, the number one theft that comes from the stores. It comes from the employees. So do you have a crazy story like that?
Yeah, I definitely do. I worked gun bar for 2 years, and it was like in the height of COVID. Like, I don't know why, but everyone wanted a gun. Everyone was like, "This is Texas. We're gonna protect our toilet paper with a gun." So we were constantly going and selling firearms, and we were doing the paperwork, and I was checking over paperwork most of the days because we were just constantly turning them over. I've never seen us sell that many guns. So, we have a bunch of security protocols behind the gun bar, of course, because they're firearms.
Yeah.
The utmost security you can. So every morning we count the guns, every night we count the guns, and we make sure. So one day, my morning I had left, and it was my mid shift and me, and we were there, and he's going through the paperwork. I'm selling guns, he's selling guns, and then he goes into our safe and he grabs a firearm, which was I remember the gun. It was a Taurus, which was cheap, and that one was wanting something cheap. So he went to grab the box, and when he picked it up, it doesn't feel heavy, like there's a gun in there. So he picks it up and he looks at it, and then he opens it and goes, "Hey, there's no gun in here." I said, "What?" He goes, "There's no gun in here." I said, "There's no way." He goes, "No, there's no gun here." So we checked the display, try to match the serial number to the box. Look at that box. So it turns out someone had stolen a firearm from behind the counter. Employee.
Wow.
Yeah. And so there was a whole investigation. We all brought in our head of security. He's questioning everyone, and they go in the process. And then it comes to me. So, like, they, of course, since I'm the lead, I'm like the last one they question.
So a lead is like a manager in a
Yes, yeah,
sense. Okay.
basically.
Okay, got it. Okay.
So they go through the rankings, and then they finally get to me, and they're like, "Listen, we're gonna be honest with you. The employee said that you were the last one to touch this firearm."
No way.
Yeah, I was like, "There ain't no way." I was like, "I wasn't even selling guns like that. I was checking over the paperwork. So how was I the last one that touched it? That's crazy." And so they finally get the security camera, and they look, and they see him in the safe, and like, he's a bigger guy, so he's like hiding in the safe and angling it to where he's trying to not be seen on
Who are you
camera.
talking about? We're talking about the guy that actually took
Yeah,
that.
actually, that took the gun.
Okay. Give him a name because I'm gonna get confused.
Craig.
Okay. All right.
So you see him there, and he's in the like our safe, like our camera's overhead, and he's in the safe, like in there, and like I guess he finally grabs it. And I want to say he was wearing boots, and like he shoved it into a boot that he was wearing. Either that or he shoved it into the front of his pants. I can't remember. But you can clearly see him in the safe, like looking around, like at people, and then like just doing different motions, like that weren't natural. If you're in a safe, like you're just grabbing what you need and you're out. You're not there with the door open, like trying to hide stuff. He was doing that, and then so it comes out. They saw exactly how he did it, and they got him to admit it. So he pulled the firearm. He closed the night before, and he got the firearm, and he had it in his, I guess, his pants or wherever he had it on him, and he grabbed a lockbox, which is like a little small safe lockbox that we keep by the gun bar because, add on to sell to the firearm. So he grabs one of those, he goes in.
Oh, like you can buy it. Like
Yeah,
you
yeah.
can buy it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's like something we actually sell.
Okay, got
Like, they always try to add on to people's carts. So, like, you put it near that so people see it and they're like, "Oh,
like
yeah."
that extra bomba.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
got
You
it.
get extra buy, yeah.
Okay.
So he grabs one of those, he goes into an aisle that's across from the gun bar. He grabs the firearm, he throws it in that safe, takes the key, locks it, puts the thing back in the box that it came in, the lock box. And then he like went up front to go buy it, and he had the keys in his pocket.
So you already had the firearm?
Oh yeah, he already had the firearm.
Wow.
We didn't find it till like the next day.
Wow.
Yeah, so
but aren't you supposed to count the guns in the morning?
All we do is count the boxes.
You don't,
We don't
physically open.
it. You know how long that would take?
Yeah, I mean, I don't. Yeah, I mean, you're telling me, yeah, probably a long time.
Yeah, so like we count the boxes. So he was kind of smart in keeping the box there so we could count it and like register it at the night. But it's also one of the ones we sold the most. Like we were constantly going through those. So why leave it and then just leave it out there in the open, not try to hide it at the bottom of the pile or anything. He had it like right in the middle, I like third one from the top.
Wow.
So I was like, "Oh, you're not thinking, brother." So it turns out, so whatever, they know how he took it. He bought it, went home that night, and I guess put it in his mom's safe for whatever reason. And so I know it was in the mom's safe because the police had came and they went to go like investigate him.
Oh, this is like was a whole.
Oh yeah,
this was a whole investigation.
You steal a firearm, that's a felony, especially if it's like an unregistered, like you steal it like that, like that's a felony.
Oh, I mean, yeah, he probably broke a lot of.
Yeah,
I mean, I can only. Yeah, that's a felon. That's crazy.
yeah, and so turns out he's a young kid. His mom's like, I was wondering how he was even able to buy the firearm. He's not 21.
Wasn't even 21.
No, he was like 20. And then his mom was like, yeah, I thought it was weird that he had a firearm, but he said he got it from his buddy.
What?
As a parent, you're not asking questions like, "What? Do you need a gun? What's going on? What you feel like?"
I mean,
Yeah.
she probably did. I mean, I don't know.
Uh-huh.
It did. I mean, we weren't the police. I wouldn't have
Yeah.
nonchalant. It seemed to her.
And
I don't know.
yeah.
I for sure like you're coming home with a gun that you can't
Yeah, like you can't
purchase. I for
purchase.
sure.
Like, how do you get that?
Let me ask, how would you, as a parent, navigate that conversation? Let's say your child brings home a gun that they can't actually purchase because of the law. How would you, are you snitching on them? Are you, hey, yo,
Hey, we got her.
hey, yo, my kid came home with the
I would
craziness.
ask so many questions to where they would want like me to say, just tell on me because these questions are getting ridiculous. Just go ahead, do it. 'Cause I'm asking where did it come from, why do you need it, why do you feel you need it, who gave it to you, how'd they get it? I'm asking all these questions. Is it stolen? Did you steal it?
Yeah.
Where did it come from? Why do you feel the need to have it? I'm asking so many questions. Just turn me in. It's not worth it. That's I mean, it's scary, but
To my kids that are gonna rewatch this, I'm gonna force y'all. I'm snitching.
that's crazy.
I'm singing like a canary.
First off, they should know gun safety from the beginning.
You should know gun safety.
From us.
If you know gun safety, you should not have a gun that you physically should not have.
Unless like
Yeah.
you're around your parents and they let you have it.
Right.
Cool.
Right.
But, wait, not. Nah, you have to go behind my back to get that? No.
Yeah.
That don't fly.
Okay.
That ain't it.
Yeah. Okay, sorry. That was like a side note. Let's go back to this guy, Craig. Okay, so the cops went, his mom was like, I don't know how he got it, blah, blah, blah. And how did they know it was in her safe? Because she said it?
Yeah, she said it. She's
And-
like, I was wondering how he got that. And nonchalant and like.
Is that what the police told you, or did you read a report?
No, that's what the head of directory told. Like he like, of course he's in on the investigation.
I mean, yeah, he's got to be. Right?
Yeah, so
yeah.
he like questions him and questions the cop, and they're like, "Do you want to pursue charges?" And he's like, "Hell yeah, like we want to press charges."
Oh, so the company did end up pressing charges.
Oh yeah, because they're like, "Oh well, you got your firearm back. Do you want to press charges?" He's like, "No, I want to press charges."
Oh wow.
So yeah, he makes like the decision for the company of like, "Oh, we're gonna press charges."
So
he's just over like this district, so it's like San Antonio, Austin. I think there's another region he cares, but I know San Antonio and Austin are his like main stores.
Wow.
Probably New Braunfels.
So did this guy Craig, did he have a reason as to why he took this firearm? Like, did that ever pop up? Like, did the director ever say anything, or did that pop up on the report or anything?
No, never really a reason for that. I mean, he lied about a bunch of things. He lied about his age, that he was in the military, that he got military discharge.
What?
Yeah.
He lied about his age?
Yeah, why did he lie? He said he was like 26, 27. When it turns out he's like 20. So lie about his age. I don't know. I think he's like a pathological liar type of thing. Like, he just lied to lie. Because why would you lie about military service? Like, there's people actually dying for it.
But he wasn't in the military at all?
No.
He's got no family in the military?
Listen, this man is...
He was pretty big.
Pretty big, yeah. So, like, to say you got military discharge, and that's just crazy.
But how did you end up knowing that he was lying about all that? I guess the age
couldn't afford, because, like, when you charge it, and, like, yeah, when they charged him,
right,
they said it's, like, your agent is identity. But she wasn't lying about it. I don't remember her name being lying about it.
But then how did y'all figure out about the military? Like, was he telling all of y'all?
He was telling everyone behind the gun bar up, and then he was, like, telling customers stuff like, oh, yeah, in the service we use this, whatever.
But, like, how... Did y'all all come together and just, hey, he told me this, and then it just didn't make sense?
Yeah, I mean, he would tell us this stuff, and we're like, don't look like he's ever, no offense, passed no physical exam to get into anything.
Wow. He
does not look like. But I was like, hey, maybe, after the service, everything went downhill.
What happened to him after? After he got this felony?
I hope he did time. I have no idea. I've never, like, checked up on it and been that curious to, like, what?
Wow.
Homeboy had to serve some time. There's no way that gun? No. This is Texas and we love our guns, but not like that.
I just wonder in his mind, like, as an employee, I could never do that.
Oh yeah.
As in, I can't even like there are some employees that so I work at a grocery store. There are some employees that will like just take on their break. They'll go on break and they'll just take, drinks or chips, whatever, and that's super small. And they'll still get fired for it, but like even something as small as that,
Yeah.
I can't do
I
it.
can't.
I'm gonna pay my 50 cents and I'm gonna be done.
Yeah, like it's 50 cents too.
Do it. That's because I think about it, I go, it's not worth it. 50 cents for this one moment when I can have a $700 paycheck for the week. What is better for me?
Yeah.
The
But
paycheck.
people don't think the long term. They think of in that moment. Right now I'm hungry.
Right.
Right
Right.
now I'm hungry and I want this.
Right.
Yeah.
That's a crazy story with theft. We ain't never had theft like that. Like, I work with plants, so it's
So someone gonna steal a tree?
right. Like somebody steals a tree and that's it. It's not. I mean, I guess it could be a felony over a certain amount of money, right?
High dollar girls there, don't you?
Yeah, I do have high dollar grills, but there's no way they're stealing those. Those are inside the store.
Yeah, see. Whatever you can get your hand on if the opportunity arises.
Crazy. That's crazy. I mean, there are some employees that will steal baskets on their day off. On their day off, they'll go to a different grocery store, shop it, and they'll walk out with everything.
But they also know the policy. They're like, you can't touch me.
Right. But then they get fired because they don't think that the cameras are going to catch them and that we don't know. But when they like swipe their credit card, it's a link to their account for their PeopleSoft and everything. So when it links and stuff, and yeah, they don't pay for it, so it's not like they're swiping. But sometimes they'll go with family, and family will swipe the card, and that's how they'll connect. And it's crazy.
That's crazy.
But yeah, that gun starts great.
Oh yeah. I don't know what would go through someone's mind to do that.
Okay, so how long have you been there at this academy or at academy?
I want to say it was like 2018, so like 5, 6 years.
Wow, so you enjoy it with all the theft, robberies, get
Break-ins, theft, robbery.
she enjoys it.
I've been threatened. I've been stun gunned before.
You've been stun gunned,
Oh yeah.
and you're still there.
Yeah, it didn't hurt.
What's it gonna take? What's it gonna take for you to leave?
No, I ain't gonna be there for life. It's just so interesting to me now. Like I'm like, this is crazy. Like nothing surprises me anymore. When I walk into work and they're like, oh yeah, this happened. I'm like,
Okay, about the stun gun. Were they trying to steal? Which is yeah,
absolutely.
yeah. People will go through great lengths to just take something.
Yeah, it's crazy what people would do just because they want something.
And I get it, right? Like sometimes they really do need it.
Yeah.
But
in your
is that
situation,
right?
they do. Like, of course, you need food. Like, you work at a grocery store, you need
Right.
food, water,
Right.
toilet paper, whatever you need. That place, so I think that you really.
I mean,
need clothes.
it's a
but
want, right?
we sell like clothes, but you can go get clothes anyway. Like they got homeless shelter. Like they got shelters. Like, stuff you can get real cheap. So it's not
Yeah.
anything that you really want. Like need. It's more of a want.
Wow. Well, I'm glad you enjoy your job after even getting stun gun. Like, is that like something you plan to do career-wise, like long term? What is Maudie's goal?
Yeah, definitely don't plan to be there long term. Like I don't know how people do it. Working retail like that for so long. I couldn't see myself doing that type of work.
Retail's really, I mean, if you can do it, do, and I really
especially if you
recommend
work for great companies. Like do it.
Yeah, like I really recommend. I think everybody should have a serving job once in their lifetime, and I think everybody should have a retail job once in their lifetime to understand the difficulties that
Yeah,
can be faced with those jobs. Like
the customers would be so different if some of them worked retail.
oh, dude,
Or they work serving or food industry. Like, they would be so different.
yeah, I think we would all individually have a better understanding of kindness when we go and sit down at a restaurant. Because most of the time, it's not the waiter's fault. Let's say the system went down for a second and came back up, and where's that ticket? It's literally nobody's fault because the system went down. But of course, people that don't really have never been like a waiter don't understand that concept, and they just blame everything on the server because it's the person they see the most, Like that happened to me when I had a serving job and it was downtown. That happened to me one time, and dude, these customers like that exact incident happened to me and they walked out. Like they just walked out on me. Like they had their drinks and everything. They just walked out. I will always remember that.
Damn.
And then my boss tried to make me pay for their stuff. And I'm like, no, I'm sorry. You got me fucked up. Like that's not my job. That's y'all's job. That is not my job.
That's crazy.
Yeah, so I did not pay for that. Yeah, I think everybody needs to have like a serving job, and I think everybody needs to have a retail job. Just so they understand, like retail, it's not like I can cater to you 24/7. I have tasks I have to do too, you know. And I think that's another thing with customers when they come in and they want stuff done for them. And I am more than happy to help you, but I can't spend 20 to an hour.
I can't shop with you.
I can't shop
I'll
with
help
you.
you in that.
Yeah, I can't
But
pick out
I'm
your
not-
clothes for you.
yeah.
Like, let's say I work at Old Navy. I can't do that. That's your job. That's your job. I don't even know who you are.
Think what size do you think I am? What is this?
I
A
just
carnival?
met you 3 seconds ago.
Is this a carnival? I'm guessing your weight. I
Yeah.
don't know.
And then are you gonna get mad at me if I guess incorrectly?
Yeah. What's your extra small? And you're like,
Right.
is that the right answer you want?
Right.
What from me?
Okay, but tell us, like,
No, so I definitely don't want to be there. So it's good for now, but I definitely want to go into the police academy and start doing that as my full-time career. And I've always been interested in like law enforcement and like helping the community. And like I said, born and raised here.
well,
Want to give back to where I can. I love helping people. It really.
and it's any of your like the police being a police officer, it's very like as a woman too, like is anybody in your family into that? Like has anybody been a police officer, a firefighter, like military, or this is really something that you have came across?
So no one's been like law enforcement. I have someone that's a firefighter. I have a bunch of military, like especially back in the older days, like everyone had to be in the military. So like all my tios basically, for the most
So
they did their part.
they did their part.
They did their part. Cool. I kind of shit on the women like that. They did their part. But like one of my uncles been a Marine. Another one was a Marine, but I think I kicked that out. I'll talk about it.
Okay. So all these family members that you listed being somewhat in the service, does that make you want to do the police force, or that really is like, did that inspire you, or like what inspired you to do that? Is it just the heart that you have?
I think it's just my heart that I have, and nothing really inspired me. Because if you ask one of my uncles, he's like, "Yeah, don't ever go in the military. Don't go into where someone's constantly over you and like pressuring you." So everyone has like a different look
Interesting.
on it. So I don't think that really influenced me too much. I want to say it was just more in my heart. Like I saw, like I want to be someone that people call when they need the most. So
Like Batman.
okay. I don't know where I go.
I mean, it sounded like you quoted it. I want to be called when people need me, and the light shines.
They got the 911 and just like out there like that. So no, I just like when people were like on some of their worst days. Like I want to be someone that could be able to say I helped them or I did something like that. That's more than what got me into it. Of course, growing up the shows, you had a bunch of like police shows, different forensics and all that.
Oh, so that kind of inspired you too.
Yeah, like Criminal Minds.
I didn't watch any of that stuff. It just was not something I found interesting. I find it interesting now, which is crazy.
But do you find more like the crude, like the crime documentaries that are based on true stories more interesting, or like so like Criminal Minds? Yes, they have some realism to them, like they use certain characters and base it off that, but
Yeah,
it's all fake.
I think the shows like Criminal Minds and stuff, I don't really like that. But docs, I enjoy those. The
Yeah.
Dahmer one. When we were younger, there was a
John Wayne
really
Gacy.
big one. Like,
Like,
yeah,
the Zodiac Killer, all
like
these.
Casey Anthony, like
Yeah.
stuff like
That
that.
one's crazy. That one's crazy.
Dude, and I remember, how old are you?
Oh, 27.
Okay, you forgot your age.
I
or
thought you
what?
said how old.
Yo, her math is not. Oh, okay, okay.
I was
okay.
like, I don't know at that time. I was like, I have no idea, bro. You got me?
But I just, no, what I meant was like, you were old enough to where, even though we were young,
Yeah.
I remember sitting every night with my mom and dad watching that Casey Anthony and
The
like,
trial.
oh, dude. And I remember as a kid, like that, it would give me goosebumps because I'm like, how is she not guilty? Like, how did, like,
Yeah.
and I was a kid and I thought that. So
Like-
stuff like that interests me a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, stuff like that interests me a lot.
Yeah. I mean, I love any true crime documentaries, like anything that has to do with like the actual, like the serial killers that went rampant in the 80s. Like all those are interesting.
Yeah.
So, but I mean, you think about it, technology back then, yeah, they had
Right.
so many opportunities to be serial killers.
Right.
Of course they were like So anything like that definitely interested me. So I always am trying to watch those and see different things.
So,
Get brighter mind.
so then, is there a certain like area that you want to be in the police force, or so you want to be a police officer?
Yeah.
What steps are you taking to do that? And have you thought more about like the area that you want to like hone in on when you're a
Hmm.
police officer? If that makes sense, like if there is an area.
Yeah, no. Yeah, I get what you're saying. So I've done a ride along before, which was pretty cool. I mean, it wasn't nothing too crazy to see like out there, because of course they're not gonna risk someone's life like that.
That's pretty cool. They have a bunch of technology in there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they have like laptops and stuff.
Oh yeah, laptops and like you could see where like all the buttons are for their sirens, like put on different lights to do all that. The radio.
Are they just when you do that ride along? Are they just clocking people's driver license plates? Just
Oh yeah, they can run it like they'll just.
well, I know they can run it, but do they
Oh
at
yeah.
every stop? Like, are when you were in that ride along, how often was he running plates? Quite often, or she?
It was a he, and it was quite often. I think he was just more doing it to show me, like, oh, this is how you're gonna play. Look, this is the information that I could pull.
Oh, okay. You don't think he like, actually does it
Yeah.
like
Well,
that?
because he wasn't getting all like major calls. They knew that he had someone with him, so they weren't giving him like really serious calls.
Mhm.
Yeah. So I think he was doing it also like to show another part of it.
Cool.
Yeah. So there, I did the ride on. That was pretty cool. You know, doing the application, making sure I'm up on my. They answered a lot of personal questions in it, so pretty cool.
A lot of personal to your life. I don't know how to.
No, like they want like if you have tattoos or like scars, they want to know where on your body it is, like how to identify them.
Wow.
Yeah, and you have to be pretty descriptive in it.
Wow.
So
That interview, I guess, portfolio is a pretty long. Like, yeah.
it's a pretty long process, but as it should be, you know.
Hmm.
So yeah, it's pretty long.
Well, that's cool. Is there any other steps that you're taking?
You know, doing an application, making sure
Like,
I'm
are you
in school for anything.
do you need to take school for that?
You don't need. All you need is a high school diploma or GED to get it.
That's gonna be tough. Like my co-host, if we do another interview, hopefully she'll be here. But my co-host Michaela, her mom is a police officer, and I asked her growing up maybe what was the hardest thing growing up, and she goes just the pressure of like the stress that her mom goes to because it's such an intense job. I go, yeah, I can understand that. She goes, so some days like were a little rougher than others. It just depends on the workload that she had.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So I really admire that. Yeah.
Think I have a good head on my shoulders. Take on anything.
Okay, so tell me a little bit more personal stuff. So tell me more about like your hobbies. What do you enjoy outside of work?
Yeah, so I think anyone, not anyone, but like I like being outdoors. So like I go fishing. I want to do more kayaking. Like want to go one on my own. I like hiking. I like anything really outdoors. Going to the gym, getting some runs in, doing different things.
Going to the gym. Do you take it pretty serious?
Oh yeah, no, I mean especially since you're trained to be a police officer, you kind of have to.
Is there a criteria that you have to like military? Is there a criteria that you have to follow for the police academy, like 100 push-ups?
Yeah, but for women it's really easy.
Really?
It's like half of what I think like your mile last I saw was like 14 minutes you have to do.
14 minutes for a mile?
Was it either a mile and a half?
I hope it's a mile and a half because
Yeah.
that's a very long time.
I-
Okay, and I haven't ran a mile
Let's
in a minute. If we were to clock it, I'm sure I'd be under 10 minutes.
You think so?
Yeah, I play a lot of volleyball.
That's
Yeah.
a short spread.
I
No.
know.
So how many times do you
sometimes
spread that?
I have to go to the back court. Then I have to go to the front.
How many feet is it? How many feet are in a mile? You telling me?
No, no, no.
That's crazy. You said, oh, I do a lot of volleyball. You're not even like soccer, basketball. I mean, you play full court. You said, I play volleyball. Yeah, the most I have to run is to the back row,
Okay.
back up.
But we do agree. 14 minutes is
Oh, yeah,
quite a bit.
That is ridiculously long.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. Okay. We both agree. So,
Yeah.
okay. Don't cancel us if you
And,
think
like,
14 minutes
I
isn't.
think it was like, you at least gotta get like 3, I think, or something.
Pull ups. That's it.
Yeah.
Damn, dude. No wonder why they can't catch anybody.
Okay. All right.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
That's crazy.
Okay, so then if you think that's a little easier, do you take your workouts a little more, like you do more than what it's asking
Oh
you
yeah,
to do?
I'm not trying to just be at the line. I'm trying to go above it.
Oh, that's good, dude.
Yeah.
I go to the gym pretty often too, like 5 times a week. Like I take it pretty serious. Like I count my macros and stuff.
Nice.
Do you do the same thing like that or not yet?
I don't listen. I need to bulk up more, so I'm just like whatever. Of course, they're clean calories like that I'm eating, but I'm just like,
Is there a certain weight that you have to meet?
no, you don't have to eat it.
Really?
Yeah, no.
Wow.
The only thing that when I was on the phone to a recruiter, he goes, "How tall are you?" And I told him my height. Goes, "Good," because most of the girls just struggle to get over the wall. Other than that, you should be fine.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, and he said my height was good. Like I can get over that. That's easy. But
So then when is there like an application that opens up and you go and do
yeah,
that
there's like
there?
different classes. Like what you can go do it there.
Like when you talk about the wall and stuff.
Oh yeah, there's a facility. It's on the south side, and it's like the police training academy.
Okay.
So I visited that too, which was really cool. So I got like to see their classrooms and all that.
Oh, wow.
And then like they actually, which is pretty cool, is like they do car training, but they also do it like in the rain. So they'll call the fire engine and they'll come and they'll spray down the track, so you know what it's like to like drive in the rain, like fast. 'Cause you know you got to get somewhere fast when you're a police officer. So that day they were like doing it with they had the water cannon going on, so like it was heavy rain on your windshield when you're driving.
That's cool.
And they just wet the track and there you go. You could see them like spinning out. Like you gotta like when you hydroplane, like they really want you to like turn into where your tires are going back.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was pretty cool.
Wow. That's actually pretty cool. And then does your workout really consist of? Is it more like upper body based hit workouts? Is it more lower body based?
It's a mixture of both. Like I think it has to be well balanced. It can't just be focused like just on upper body part. Yeah,
Good. Yeah.
so it's definitely well balanced and I'm trying to do more endurance type.
Cool.
So like so you're the longer you can
And we talked about hobbies, fishing and kayaking and hiking. Are there some good areas like around San Antonio that you enjoy that maybe you can tell people about?
for fishing. Not too many.
I mean, I don't think it's San Antonio. I think you got to get outside of
Yeah,
San
nah,
Antonio.
you gotta go like the Brown Pool, like
Yeah.
Austin, Lake Travis over there for fishing. For hiking, I mean, like your little parks that you got, like San Antonio has some decent parks, like McAllister Park. You got like there's another one on like the west side, the west east. I want to say.
Okay.
I was doing the compass in my head, so it was like in that area. I can't remember the name of it, but like once I see it, like I know how to get there. It's kind of like when you're a kid, you're like, I know how to get home, but I don't know the streets or like where
Yeah.
to go. Yeah, it's kind of like that. So it's like muscle memory now, and I don't remember the name.
It's okay.
Yeah.
But it seems like you're pretty active, and that's really good. Um, I try to be as active as I can. So when I start having kids, it will be a lot easier
Yeah.
to handle it because I don't want to be the individual that can't keep up with their kids.
Oh yeah.
Like I want to be able to like outrun them. I want to be able to do
Talk your mess.
I
to
want to
them.
be able to talk my mess to these children that think they're gonna be great. Right.
You ain't get on the line.
Right. But okay, that's really cool. But I think we're gonna get into some segments if you're down for that.
Okay. Okay.
So I think we're gonna do some trivia.
All right.
It's gonna be really good. It's gonna be super easy. It should be super easy. It's the trivia that I based it on is Are you smarter than a fifth grader? And I based it on Are you smarter than a fifth grader? Because some of those questions were crazy. Yeah, so okay, I have a little board for my guests. Okay, and they're gonna write their stuff and I giving them a board because in Are You Smarter Than a Fifth Grader, they had a board too.
Got a chalkboard.
Yeah, yeah. And they had a whole production. And I don't really have that yet. Okay, so we're gonna start.
Does spelling count?
Spelling will count.
I'm dyslexic. That's crazy. We're not putting me in a box that I can't fill.
Spelling will count when there is a spelling question. Spelling doesn't matter when there's not a spelling question. Okay, so we're gonna start with Matt.
All right.
Do you want first, second?
I want it. Whatever. I
Okay.
can beat these kids.
Okay. I'm going to give you, okay, this is second grade. There are 4 buses taking 36 students to the zoo. Each bus has the same number of students. How many students are on each bus? You have 20 seconds.
That's great.
Final answer?
Yeah.
She is incorrect.
What is it?
There are 9 students
I
on
was off
each
by
bus.
the timer. It's scary.
Second grade math.
Did you know that?
I did.
It's in front.
I did.
That's how
I did. I did indeed.
Did you time yourself when you did this?
I did indeed know that.
Okay. Yeah, I don't think you timed yourself.
Okay, we're gonna do history. Here we go. Are you ready? This is gonna be second grade. Second grade history.
I ain't got to tell me the grades. I'm just getting defeated.
Who fought in the Revolutionary War?
I like the Civil War and the North and the South type of stuff.
That is the Civil War. This is a completely different one.
Okay.
Who
That's my
fought
ass
in the
question.
Revolutionary War?
America and France. I'm not sure.
Is that your final answer?
That's the answer I got.
You were close. It was the Americans and Brits.
I know someone over there.
0 for 2.
I'm a question either, actually.
0 for 2. 0 for 2.
Did you know history?
Yeah, I knew that one.
Okay, we're just lying. You want your viewers to be correct.
Okay, this is gonna be super easy.
Okay.
First grade English. What is the lesson about the boy who cried wolf? Do you know that story?
Yeah, the boy that cried wolf.
Because
He cried.
it don't look like
What's
you do.
the lesson?
What is the lesson about the boy who cried wolf?
Don't like be the victim always. Like
Yeah, but like, what was he doing?
he was crying out like every time, like, oh, wolf came and did this and no one started to believe him. And then actually, like the time that he did have a wolf come and get it, like
Right. So
no
what's the
believed it.
lesson?
Didn't I just say that? What the lesson?
Kind of.
Well, then that's right.
But yes, that is the lesson. Always tell the truth. Okay, that's not what
That's
she
a point.
said.
That's
Okay, she's 1 for 3.
Okay, we don't need to continue with the 1 for 3. I'm getting points
Okay. Okay. Let's do English again.
because I was so good at it. Thank you.
Okay. English, 3rd grade. Main series of events in a story is called.
Man, like the plot.
Yes. Let's go.
English, my English. School in these 5th graders.
That's pretty good, dude. Okay, and then I have some science ones. So let me get the science ones. I think the science ones are the ones that she's gonna get like really stuck on.
Okay.
Because I did. I'm not gonna lie. I really did.
Okay.
All right. Science questions.
Yeah.
Moving air is called what?
Moving it like an airbender type of thing? Moving air. The wind?
This is 1st grade. Moving air is called
Wind?
Is that your final? You're correct.
Sorry.
That's great. Yeah, dude, that one was like, that stumped me because I'm like, how do they want me to answer that?
Yeah, like what you mean?
Okay, geography. This is it. Last and final question. I think I gave her 6. So this is the 6th. Last and final question.
Okay.
Geography. 1st grade. What continent are the pyramids of Giza located in?
Giza.
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 It's like Egypt.
Tomato, tomato, caramel.
Yeah, I guess so. But it's like Egypt, but I don't know where is Egypt on a map? Do you know it?
I knew this one. I knew this one because of Transformer movie. I knew this one. Shout out Megafox.
I was about to say, all I saw was Megan Fox that movie. I know it's in Egypt, I just can't remember what continent.
Final answer?
Yeah.
Incorrect.
What is it?
Africa.
I said Africa.
She is 1 for 6. 2 for 6.
No, I'm 3 for 6.
Okay, she's 3 for 6.
Thank you. I disrespect me like that.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good trivia. Those questions, but that's what I'm saying, right? Like those questions are somewhat. Would a 1st grader really know this?
Listen, and these 5th graders are closer to 1st grade than I am. They got a leg up. So.
That was good trivia. That was good trivia.
Yeah, that was.
I'll take the board back. Today, I was listening to a Reddit story. Shout out Shane Top. I'm like super into Reddit. So I have a podcast and I listen to the Reddit stories. And one of the Reddit stories was about this guy who thought his girlfriend was cheating. Oh, and the order how he figured out was he decided one day to get the leash from the dog or the collar from the dog that had the tag to trace, and he put it in her car. First off, that's crazy. First off, it's like, why don't you just ask? You know, like that's crazy in itself. And so she ends up not going to work, and where he said the location was at this apartment, and he searched up the tenants for the apartment, which I don't know how you do that, but he did it. That's kind of crazy. I didn't think it was either. I guess it depends on what state you're in, or I mean, I really don't know how he did it. But he was able to find a name that matched with the company's like directories names, right? That's even crazier. And so he figured it out, and then he confronted her with that information. And she goes, I'm sorry, it's never going to happen again. I didn't mean anything, blah, blah, blah. Like, that's how he said it. And they both agreed that they'll stay in the relationship, but there are rules. Now, I have the rules. And now, before I read you the rules, let me say, I understand if rules need to be in place to figure out how to navigate this new relationship that they're going to have, right? Like,
Yeah.
I mean, it's going to have to be a
Yeah,
completely
everything
new
changed.
relationship.
Everything
So
changed.
I get that. But what I don't get are how crazy some of these rules are. I'm going to read you these rules and we're going to go from there. Actually, before I read you these rules, let me ask, if your significant other cheated, would you stay? And would you stay with, I mean, you probably have some boundaries and rules, right? I guess that wouldn't be the question, but
Yeah, they would. I don't know. I mean, it depends. How many years you got, like in it, like what happened, what was.
if it was like an affair,
Yeah, if it's an affair, like that's a whole different ballgame.
if it's like an affair, I don't think I could do it.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know.
That's
You had a whole secret life, like,
and
and
that
then you come
so
home to me.
and lie every
Yeah,
day.
that's no, that's like,
Because I think cheating is maybe like one lie, maybe a couple.
yeah,
An affair is like every day you're figuring out how to make sure this stays hidden.
yeah, like
And
you
that's
really
the
put more
problem.
effort, yeah,
Yes,
into it.
that's the problem.
Like cheating, like, oh, this is one person I never will see again. Affair, you're like, no, I'm seeing this person again.
I think I would stay.
I think it depends.
I think it depends, but I think I would stay because I'm a lover girl. That doesn't mean future anybody. That doesn't mean you could cheat on me.
What it sound like.
That's crazy. Now I'm not like Young Miami or whatever she said in her Club Shay Shay like 4 or 5 times. That's crazy. At her interview with Club Shay Shay, she was like, yes, right. If you got cheated on, would you stay? And she's like, yeah, I'd stay. Maybe after the fourth time. I think that's it. But it might be so normalized nowadays.
Yeah, that's a problem too.
Like I haven't been in a relationship in a long time, but
Yeah.
Maybe it's so normalized now that it does happen that people just be out here like that to where you have to say 4 times is good. 5 times, no.
That's why 10 we're getting crazy now.
Okay, let me read you these rules. So here are the rules that he imposed for his relationship. A post-nuptial filed after 12 months. And then after 12 months, if somebody did file for divorce, he would get first dibs on everything. So I kind of understand that, maybe.
Yeah.
But I didn't know what on everything means. Like, are you
the
just gonna
house,
the house, the car, the kids, the dogs, the cats,
like you could just leave her with nothing.
right, right.
Which is crazy.
That's number one. Number two, no kids. She was a maybe on that. He was a definite no. Now it's a definite no.
Yeah,
That's kind of fucked up. Like, but then at the same time, why are you even with each other if she was a maybe and you were a no?
yeah.
Wouldn't that create some more tension in the long
I
run?
think one of them was trying to wait to see, like, oh, well, she'll change her mind, or oh, he'll change her mind.
Maybe.
Like, I can make him change his mind.
Would you date somebody, like, let's say you wanted kids and they were a firm no? Would you continue that, or you would just know what you want and you're moving on?
I think there's like you have just a difference of opinions, and who are you to change what someone wants,
Right.
So I don't think I could.
Yeah, move on. Number three, the joint bank account is now his bank account and it falls to me in case of divorce. Number four, she needs to find new job and cut off coworkers. Number five, cut off friends that knew about the affair. Number six, open relationship on my end used a total of 3 times. Dating sucks. That's exactly how he wrote it. Number seven, STD test once a month, but we stopped because it wasn't necessary and it was inconsistent. Number eight, location on her phone, nothing on mine. Number nine, no going out alone unless it's on my consent.
Great.
Number 10, no alcohol. She had a problem with day drinking, and I just took the opportunity to use it here so she would stop day drinking. That's crazy. Number 11, no complaining about the rules. And that's just some of it.
Some of it?
That's what he wrote at the bottom. That's just some of it. The rule that I think is the most fucked up is the joint account is now his account.
Yeah.
Like what? Like she worked for that. Like, yes, I understand she made a wrong choice, but that means that dictates her not having any money for herself to live life.
He wants to mess her up.
And then at that point, it's like, well, you're kind of paying for cheating. And then it's like, okay, well, how much is cheating worth?
Yeah.
Like, is it worth 20,000? Is it worth 50,000? Is it worth
Yeah.
nothing to you and you just want to leave? Like, what does that look like?
That's a fine line that he is like messing with.
I think cheating is going to cost a lot, but I don't think I just want to walk away with nothing. I think
Yeah.
if he said the joint is my account, I think he should. If she put in 20,000, leave 20,000 just for her, and then take whatever you like. Let's say he put in
Well,
50.
then she's not paying for cheating. If she put in 20,000 and he's leaving 20,000.
I think that's so wrong. Is that not?
Well, you just said cheating's gonna cost something.
I mean, cheating's going to cost something, yeah, for sure, for me. But I don't know. That's crazy to even think about that. Like, what is cheating worth? What do you think majority of Americans would say? You think like 5 digit, like me, like
I don't think
20,000?
first off couples that like everyone cheats. I don't think it's just like on average. I don't even think America would average 5 figure or 6 figures to cheat.
Yeah, yeah.
If we're talking celebrities, millions, millions.
Okay, so this story keeps going. So he writes out the list, like he writes out the rules, and then this is what he goes: questions I can imagine getting. And he wrote down the questions that he can imagine getting. So here we go. Are you happy? Yes, I can say so. I still get pissed when I think about it, but that fades just as quickly as when I don't think about it. So I don't know what that means. Like, are you happy or are you not happy? I don't know. Number two, is she happy? She says she is and she doesn't regret it. And I think what she means by doesn't regret it, I think like
Regret staying.
regret staying, not
I'll say regret cheating. I was like,
Yeah.
oh, this one we just.
Number three, do you feel controlling? Yep. Number four, do you still have sex? Just about the same amount as we did before she cheated. Number five, did y'all go to couple counseling? Yes. 2 sessions. That dude did not like me very much. Smiley face. Number six, have a nice day.
Yeah, this guy's a psycho.
This guy, I want to be on his side.
I did too, because he's the one that got cheated.
I want to be on his side, but like, he's making it extremely difficult. I
Oh, yeah.
actually don't think I like him. I think about it.
Like he's coming from a hurt place, so he
Right.
might not be thinking like
Right. And I hope he's just trolling. I hope this is like one of those posts that they intentionally want to make you mad. I hope it's one of those posts because I don't like him and I like the cheating girlfriend more and I don't want to like the cheating she was a wife and I don't want to like the cheating wife more. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like that's awful. And then when we talk about couples counseling, when did y'all go? Was it before you set these rules?
Oh, you said I want to set these rules, and the guy's like, yeah, no, don't do
Right.
that.
That's absolutely crazy. Like, if you did these rules after counseling, I get it. But maybe the counselor didn't like you because you set these rules. You said it in counseling and it like wasn't
And
something
he's like, yeah,
right.
this is not a healthy
Right,
relationship. And you're
right.
like, well, this is our relationship now.
And he said like and you keep reading the story and it says that they have a normal relationship. Like he says they buy each other flowers, they go on trips, they vacation, like it's normal. But how normal is it if you have to regulate all these rules like that?
Yeah, like when do you find it? Like when is the account no longer just his? Because if they're both putting money into it, then yeah.
And he cheated 3 times. He said it. I used it 3 times. That's crazy.
Yeah, she did it once, and you're out here just now doing it purposely to get back at her.
Yes. And I think that at that point, if as a partner, if you're intentionally and maliciously hurting your partner, it's time to go.
Yeah.
Like it's time to go.
Like yeah, she hurt you first, which who knows if it was malicious or not? She just slipped up, whatever.
Right.
But
That's not the right thing to do.
and
And like
back at
now it seems like you're kind of using her guilt as a way to do these things.
oh yeah.
And yes, she messed up, but that doesn't mean you keep punishing yourself. And I feel like she is punishing herself and thinking that like I did cheat and I did do
Yeah.
something wrong, so maybe I deserve this. You do not deserve that. Like
Yeah.
no, even if you did something wrong like that, I don't think you deserve this.
That's a little over the top.
This is over the top.
That's yeah.
So that was my Reddit story for the day.
That's crazy.
It's crazy. Shout out Shane Dot. Okay, well, that mostly about wraps us up. in terms of this podcast. I'm so glad you're able to get on here. I'm so sorry, guys. Like I have a fly in here. The other day, I went to work and my patio door when I came back was open, and I think I didn't close it all the way, and my dog just opened it. Like he's pretty intellectual, so he just opened it and he was just roaming back and forth. And I came home and there was a bunch of flies. I admit I killed all of them, but there's like 2 to 5 left, maybe.
I killed all of them. There's 2 to 5 left.
There was a lot in here. There was a lot in here. Okay, well, is there anything, maybe like a question you want to leave for the next guest?
What is your wildest life experience? I mean, I have some wild ones, so I would want to hear someone else's.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you care to share one?
I've shared enough of my wild ones with theft
Okay,
and
that's
crazy
cool. That's cool.
crackheads.
I'll ask the next guest. Alrighty, guys. We'll catch you later, and make sure you go to the gym. All right, bye.